Hello and welcome. Do you know what? Because I've been guesting for that long, I actually forgot. I was like, initially, I was going to call Charmaine, and I thought, why ain't she standing here? Forgot. Social distancing, innit? Innit? I'm with our Charmaine. She's just over there.
I am here.
Hello, love.
Hello, my dear.
Oh, it's so nice to have you back.
Thank you so
is.
much.
I'm very excited.
Nice to be back.
Oh, good. How are you? Are you very well, my dear?
I'm fine and dandy.
Good,
Fine and dandy.
good. I'm loving all the characters. I love it because there's literally a story for all of these, isn't
all of
there?
them, yeah. There's always a story
That's
to be told.
There's always a
Always
story. I love it because that gives it just brings so much personality into them.
Yeah, they're all from Dolly Cove. Who could love Dolly Cove?
Is this so have you just invented all these fabulous worlds?
Yeah, well, it's all in Dolly Town, so obviously that's where my head is all the time. So I'm in Dolly Town, and there's Dolly Cove, because you've got to have a beach, haven't you?
Absolutely.
You've got to have the sea.
Absolutely.
You know, so,
yeah,
yeah,
especially
Dolly
this
Cove.
weather, darling.
Yeah, oh,
you know.
Oh, don't
we
tell me
need
about
the
this weather.
sea.
I'm melting. I feel like the witch off of what's it called?
Exactly.
I'm melting. I'm melting. It's so hot.
That'll be next.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my word, this is it, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, when you think of all the Dolly worlds, or the world, and that does sound a little bit like the Dolly Parton theme thing, but when you think about it, there are so many different places you can go to.
Yeah.
Places.
I mean, I keep getting asking for Dolly boys. I'm not too sure about Dolly boys. I like all the girls at the moment.
Oh, go on, give
More
us the
fun
boys.
with the girls, but the boys may come. Like buses.
3 at once. Beautiful.
Yeah, probably.
It's definitely not like my life. Now then, I'm going to show these wonderful characters. I know you're having a little sneaky peek there while we're chatting, but 10% of the stock's already gone. I'm not surprised. The saving. Okay, talk about money, Leona. The saving is ridiculous, especially if you're a Freedom member. So you should be paying £125.93. You've got a lot of stamps here. You've got the big A4. You've then got you've got 5 of your A5. I mean, there's a lot of stamps. I will be showing you in detail in a second. But when you look at your price, Freedom members, you're saving £58.49. I mean, that is absolutely a why not deal. It costs you £6.97 to join today. That'll be for a month. You can cancel at any time if you wish. It means you're not even paying your postage. So yeah, you're making a massive saving and you're not paying any postage. It is definitely a why not deal, and it is flying. 200752. Right, let's look at them in more detail because they are quite fabulous. So if I pick up first of all your A4 ones. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. So if I just pick these up and whip them round for you, have a look at those. They're beautiful, big stamps. I love the boat at the top. I think that is magnificent. The fantastic little shipwreck. You've got all sorts near. The little crab, look how happy. They're all happy. I love, love, love the seahorses. Seahorses are magical anyway. And look at the little turtle at the bottom there. There's so many gorgeous bits and bobs as well, because you have got, like, you know, all the different grasses, if you will, all the different plants, which will allow you to build up scenes. But I love this. I love that you've got all your different fishes, the octopus. I love octopuses as well. I think there's a lot of sea creatures that are a little bit magical, aren't they? Octopuses and, what are they called? I'm having a little name blank. Jellyfish. Jellyfish are just, they're mad, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? There's so many underwater. This is the thing, isn't it? We're trying to explore safe, yet we don't at space, but we don't really know what's underwater. I just think it is quite magical. It's true, though, isn't it? Apart from oil. But have a look at that. That's fabulous as well, because obviously the toadstools. Let's have underwater toadstools. I just think that's magnificent, and they are really, really beautiful. There's loads on here. Now, why this is another reason it's so special. Look, let me do a bit of reading for you. Are you ready? Draconori. So this is the one with our fabulous octopus. So octopus, Octavian is called. Oh, how posh. Octavian lives at the bottom of the cove and is best friends with Celeste. Now, Celeste is on the other sheet. He works in the Coral Salon and as a fishtail and fin barber. There you go, that's brilliant. Have you thought of all these?
No, it's Sasso.
Oh, that's brilliant.
We all import with it. We all import and chip in.
But really, it's Sue.
Yeah.
He's world famous in the underwater world and has won many awards for his work. He is able to see many clients at one time. Well, of course he is, because of it. Look. Because if he only needs 2 arms to do one person, I mean, he's able to do so many people. That is brilliant. Let me read one more. Shelley, the hermit crab. Shelley is very friendly and a kind hermit crab. He's recognisable by all the little doors in his shell, and he provides safe homes for the little shrimp family. Oh, and Mr. and Mrs. Shrimp do have a large family. Oh, that is so cute. See, you have to be careful now with shrimps because they have to be looked after. Okay, so you've got your 2 A4. Look, oh, that's Shelley. He is really cute. They are all really cute, aren't they? That's your 2 A4. So going on to the A5, let me show you some of the goodies that we've got on the A5. Now, look at this, because that is absolutely beautiful. You've got so many gorgeous fishes on here. You've got even more of your seahorses. That is lovely. You've even got the lovely little pearl in there, in the oyster shell. You've got loads, you've got loads of little bubbles. You've got splats, which are marvellous. She's fabulous. And again, they've all got stories. That's on the packaging, so I'll find that later. But they've all got some fantastic stories. Of course, they're all the wrong way around. So look, you've got your mermaids, obviously. Obviously, we had to have mermaids. We've got loads of... And now I love all these little extras, because obviously that could be, you know, like seaweed. It could be just showing the motion of the sea. You've got of the current. You've got loads of things going on. And look at her. Isn't she fabulous? And look at the size of that stamp. I mean, we are talking about beautiful big stamps. You've got the treasure in there as well. And I love her. This looks like, I love her hair. Obviously, it's underwater, so her hair is all floating away. But she also looks like, you know, when you rub a balloon on your head and you get the fabulous static. She also looks like she's having a bit of static going on as well. Now, let me show you some finished samples. I mean, have a look at that. How fabulous is that on a beautiful scarf? And it looks so underwatery, doesn't it? That is so cool. That's Angelina, isn't it?
Yeah, I've come down the scarf and then done free motion stitching on the bottom of it.
That is seriously
but
cool.
the Angelina is all fused in, and a little bit of those, what do they call the plasticky stuff as well that fuses in with that. A little bit of that's
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
And
no,
just
I can't
ironed on
actually.
it. Yeah.
That looks seriously cool.
Wants a good like little tug because it's.
Oh, I thought it was meant to.
That's it. That's the
oh
one.
man, that's beautiful.
Kind of looks like seaweed, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
it
it's
does.
really in keeping.
It does. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And this is the thing, Angelina fibres, Angelina. It has to be. It's a hot fusible thing, but you can use that on the stamps.
Yes, you just use your iron on a lower heat and put the papers over the top, and then fuse it. Yeah, great
That's
stuff.
beautiful, and it does look incredible. I mean, you can see just how many variants there are. I think they're beautiful images for colouring in. I mean, look at that. He's just magical for colouring in. These are gorgeous, Charmaine. And I love the toadstools.
I know, that was my favourite one to do. I think I did that in a live. I just love it. Aqua shrooms, my dear, aqua shrooms.
Oh, that's amazing. Aqua shrooms. They're beautiful. And look at that. She's fabulous.
That's the first time I've ever done rays under the water. And it's not right, but I'm quite happy with it.
No, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I really like that. And I love the shipwreck at the bottom. It's fabulous. These would be beautiful for your art journals.
Yeah, I've got some going, but I've got words in them that are not appropriate.
That's the lovely thing about art journals. You can put in what you want. They don't have to be telesensitive. Oh, I love this. Look at this. That's a real toy. Oh, that's really beautiful. Charmaine, these are fab. Let me show you him. Look at the little turtle. Oh.
It's just taking one and stamping them 4 times and colouring them in differently. How simple is that? Just one element.
So cute. And he's such a nice image. It's beautiful. There's loads of finished samples. I adore these. Okay, if you do want to go for this, every time I go down counter, I'm going to show you different finished samples. I've got a pile there so I know what's what. Right, the saving is ridiculous. And you've got flexi as well. 2 payments, $33.72. I love this collection. It's huge. You've got so many elements. And it's fun, it's friendly, it's happy. I just think it's joyous. And I just love the characters. I mean, they've all got a character as well. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be making storybooks out of these? Are you going to be using them for your journals? Are you going to be making beautiful, like the scarf? I mean, that scarf is phenomenal. You've got an amazing collection for very little money, quite frankly. $67.44, that's all you're paying if you're a Freedom member with that humongous saving. In fact, today, just $33.72. 200752. Now, these are fab. Have a look at these papers. They match the Dolly Cove. Have I said that right?
Yeah, Dolly Cove.
They match our Dolly Cove amazingly, and they're just slightly under A4. The colours are fantastic. You know, they look handmade. I mean, they're fantastic papers, Charmaine. I love these. And they're gorgeous colours.
Quirky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quirky.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. You've got...
Digital malarkey, so everything is kind of done by hand and then tweaked on the computer.
Yeah, yeah, I really like them. I just think they're ace. Look at that colour. And you can see things in the background. You know, like... you can see different stencils, or maybe it's bubble wrap. Do you know what I mean? You can see the layers, which is just fantastic. Now, you've got 26 of your gorgeous papers here, so many different colours, and there's obviously loads you can do with them. They're a nice weight as well. I like these. They're not quite shiny, they've just got a really soft coating, haven't they?
Yeah, you could ink over the top of them, so if you want to distress them or you want to stamp on them and you want to do a little bit more to them, you can do. So there's enough room to play around.
Beautiful.
You can manipulate them really well. I don't mean like shout at them and tell them what to do. But, you know, they do like the paper flowers and the three-dimensional things as well.
Yeah, and they come with a template. Neil, I forgot about the template. The template will make this. Or you'll make it, but obviously the template will show you how, but look inside. Isn't that cool? All those compartments, they're absolutely magnificent. Let me show you this. Obviously that's done with the collection we're showing you today, but of course you can use it for anything. This is a completely different collection, but look how fantastic. That's amazing. So the template that you get with the papers does that. Let me show you something good is that papers have been used for. Look at that. It's one of those magical thingy-whatsits that you look in.
I can't remember what it's called.
Can you look down there?
Is it a kaleidoscope?
Kaleidoscope. Hold on. She made her own kaleidoscope with thingies, with lovely little beads inside. That's so cute. But the papers, it's all about the papers. Look at this one that's been made, a lovely little desk tidy with all the papers and the stamps, of course. And, of course, they match perfectly. So look inside. I really like that. That's ace. Every single bit of that is covered. And all the fishes, aren't the fishes fabulous? And what I do love about all the characters as well, they look like they're pretty easy to cut out. Oh, one of the characters I haven't shown you yet. Hold on. Look at him. The shark's amazing, Charmaine.
We need a bigger boat.
It's amazing. Because that smile, it's either a happy smile or a, you're so my lunch.
He's a vegetarian.
Is he a vegetarian?
He's a vegetarian shark.
Oh, fancy that.
He just needs a bit of seaweed in his mouth, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he does. Cheeky bit of seaweed or one of his mushrooms. Yeah, beautiful. And again, the papers work. The papers absolutely work. Yeah, I suppose he might as well be. Well, he could eat eggs, though, couldn't he? underwater.
Underwater eggs.
Yeah, he's going to get a little bit of caviar, isn't it? if he wants to. So, yeah, if he's vegetarian, he'll still be looking for eggs. Now then, this is lovely. If you do want your papers, only $11.99, and that's with the template. That is for 26 of those papers and the template for just £11.99. That is such a bargain. 904928 is your item number. If you are getting a big collection, you've got a flexi, bob that in your flexi, and what, it's like £5.50 or something, £6 in your flexi basket. That's all you're paying extra. 904928. Right, our Miss Charmaine is in the building, which means
Whoop, whoop.
which means we can do a cheeky bit of demo time. Miss Charmaine, are you ready?
Right, I think. I think.
Over to you.
Right, okay, a fair few stamps to do. I thought I'd do some masking to start off with. I created this little book. And I did this in a live. It's meant to go that way around. And dozy me, I should have done this flat to start off with before I'd actually constructed the book. But I made the book first. So I did this in a live, and I just used Agent Daydream's feet going up. So I'm doing a bigger version of this. And then I decided that I would do this now. Now, what does that one look like?
I don't know. Oh, there we go. We can see now. What does that look like? It looks like a little smiley thing. Is he an eel?
Yeah, it is. It's an electric eel, so he's gone round the corner. But I thought it looked like Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, yeah!
Loch Ness is in the underwater scene, so that was really cool. And I went round the corner on there.
Just visiting. Messy visiting.
Once I started playing, one of the things that I do is, as soon as I get my stamps, I stamp them out with a collection like this. I stamp them out, and then I mess around with them. I cut them out because they're easy to cut out. So I've stamped this one already, so I'm going to peel her off and pop her back where she belongs, she says. She says.
Where did she belong?
Yeah, she went, well, okay, she's just going to visit Agent J. for now, because she's not in that collection, but she will stay there for now.
Do you manage to remember all the names?
I don't know my own name, love.
I was going to say,
and when the kids are there, I call her Sarah Thomas, and I call Thomas Sarah. I go through everybody's name in the house. My granny used to do it, and I'm the same. So, you know, some I remember and some I don't.
Yeah.
So I've cut her out and I've masked her off. So you could use masking fluid, but obviously for TV it's quicker to do the paper piecing one. So we pop her down. We get a little magnet on her face. Sorry, honey. There we go. And I just want to mask her tail off. Come on. Get your tail in. Get your booty in the right place. There we go. So I'm just wanting her scuba diving. There we go. So
fabulous.
She's just a bottom in.
That's brilliant.
And on we go.
You can build up so many scenes with these, it's ridiculous.
You can. Once you've got them cut out, I've got a piece here where I've stamped a few and I've cut them out and I make a background or I use the backing papers and then I start to move them all around.
Yeah.
It'd be great on magnets.
Yes.
On the fridge.
Yeah.
Just all over and the kids come in and do it.
It would be. I mean, you know, you could actually paint up your fridge, couldn't you?
Yes.
Paint up your fridge and then have them all over, have a different scene all the time.
Yeah, they'd be really, really, really
yeah,
cool.
that would be really cool.
So there's Agent Daydream's feet. Bless her.
Amazing.
She's going scuba diving down there in the coral.
Agent Daydream's rather cool, isn't she?
She is. Secret agent there. And then we will just have this wee one peeping in. Here we go. You're going to go about there. Love the big eyes. Love the big eyes.
Yeah.
Marie has done a fantastic job with these. So pop that one down. And then...
Yeah, the artwork's really cool.
What I tend to do is I'll re-ink eyeballs. Sounds really weird. But, you know, if you want a really intense black, I'll go back in and re-ink the eyes.
So they're really looking at you.
Yeah. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I'm pretty happy with that, actually.
No, that's really cool.
Yes, yeah.
I love him peeping round the side
It
there.
just looks so cute, doesn't it? It's just like, right, where do you come from?
Hello.
You're on there with the aqua shrooms. Get back in there. And then we're going to cover Agent Daydream's legs. There we go. So we got that one like that, and we pop that one down. So I got all giddy when I was doing this, and then I suddenly, what did I do? I suddenly thought, ooh, what about having the shipwreck in there behind, you know, because I then get all giddy. I'm not bothered about the bubbles. I'm just going to have a little bit of the coral coming in, and then I'm going to jump to one that I've already done. So you can just keep going.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to be in front. Oh, that was obviously blue ink, so let's stick with blue ink. Let's have a bit of blue ink, certainly colouring it in. This is going to be one for Ron, isn't it? Ron, how many Ron ones have we got?
2 Ron.
There's a Ron one and another Ron. So move that one over. And so you can see that the coral will all mix in, and pop that one down. And it's starting to look a little bit like something. Now, I'll keep that one as it is and just move it a little bit and have a darker one a little bit further down.
I like that.
There we go. So we've even started to get some colour on it. That's really, really fast for me. Don't do much fast, I tell you.
That were kind of more, yeah.
Accidental fast. Oops, somebody didn't clean the stamps. Really?
I need to tell you, already we're only, 20 minutes in? And we're approaching a quarter of the stock gone, and I mean it is 7:20.
Oh my
7
goodness.
o'clock.
Who sat there in the PJs ordering Edge and
I
Daydream and her crew?
I love that. Thank you for joining us. Have you had your breakfast yet? If so, what have you had? Because I'm starving.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I could just go around a toast with jam on. What could you have right now?
Oh, I like that. The biscuity stuff. What's it called? It's a vegan one, and it's gorgeous.
Biscuity stuff.
Yeah, it's a biscuity pasty thing. I can't remember.
Not biscotti.
Biscotti? Is that the one?
Oh, that is. They don't now do biscotti ice cream.
I know, unbelievable.
It's not
I actually
the
had
vegan
that in France. I had that in France.
Did you?
Yes. Oh. So when I first got hooked on it, I was doing a show and got the stuff.
It needs a warning, doesn't it, biscotti?
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
heavily warning. Right,
dangerous.
So I'm just going to jump. I've already started colouring one in, and I haven't got extra bits in here, but I'm going to jump about a bit with different pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the ship.
Do you not, with that, the colours, you can use everything, can't you?
Of course you can.
You can make it so magical.
You can go really vibrant, because a lot of coral is very vibrant when you get down there.
Yeah.
And you can go muted, you can even go black and white. I think the shrooms behind you there on the shelf.
Oh, I love that.
They're just done with, is it like brown tones?
Yeah, I really like that.
Completely
actually.
different, isn't it?
I think that is. It just looks really, really cool. And I mean, if the paper at the back is, you know, maybe encyclopedia entry, you know, about mushrooms or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be, or it could be something quite magical. Yeah, that is lovely.
That's been really cool.
I wonder what she's used. I wonder if it's rice paper. It's really cool, though.
I think she's used one of my backing papers.
Has she?
I'm hoping.
That is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's one of my backing papers.
And I love the variations. Back to you, love.
Right, okay. So, yes, you can go whatever colours you want. Oh, your blooming pandy's having a little wonky wave, my dear. Get over there. Right, okay, so I'm just going to put her back in. So I've got a coloured one underneath, because I've got loads of sort of part-done bits and pieces and stuff, so it's going to be a bit of a mishmash here. But that means I won't be going home with loads that are totally similar, but ish. Get in.
I won't be going home.
I won't be going home. Right, so you would mask off all the bubbles, so bear with me with this, because it's going to go a little bit peaked on, but what I would do is I'll probably gesso it out later, because I ain't got time to do it. So I'm going to take the ship, and I decided that I wanted the ship over here, so I ended up doing another one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to place the ship around about, let's say, there.
Cool.
Okay, and no, change my mind. I'm going to go a little bit higher up. Yeah, I should have had a bigger piece of paper, not a big boat. Or should have had a small boat.
Yeah,
right, slidey. Wiggly.
Because of the top, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jobs are good and happy with that.
Well done.
Okay.
You did that very skillfully, dear. Mine is all...
There's a first for some skills.
Honestly, I'd have lost all my bits.
It's my marbles that I lose. Yeah, oh, we've got balls there. Right, so we get that one in place. And so with this sort of thing, masking fluid would probably be an easier option.
Yeah.
And then what I'd do is I'd ink it up, and then I'd forget that my ink is still wet on it, and I'd rub it and smudge it. So that's a tip when you're using masking fluid. Done that before gesso comes out. let the masking fluid dry off. So a little bit of masking going on. Of course, if you're canny with it, you don't have to mask everything as well, but because you can just stamp in certain areas. But what I want to show you, or what would like to show you, is how I did the next step, which is the bubbles.
Beautiful.
And when you're looking through a bubble or a glass ball, it shows a different sort of angle of it, and I should have masked these off as well, but I haven't, but we're going to focus on this one here. So bear with me.
I love masking. It's one of those techniques that never gets dull because it always looks really clever and cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, one of the first things that I usually do is I usually mask everything off. So I cut it out, I mask it off, so I've got my little pieces and I keep them with my pieces. With my stamps, so I don't have to redo them.
Yeah.
And I just use that low-tack sticky stuff on it so I can reuse them. But with this collection, I went abroad with the masking fluid. And I'm sat in my hotel or out on the thing, and the masking fluid off, so I'm like, where's my masks? Where's my masks? I didn't do them, did I? I used masking fluid for the whole lot. What, do that again? Which so, where's my masks? So I'm going to take that one out now, and I'm going to just start to work on yon bubble, and I'll bring in what I'm aiming for, so you don't get lost in the process. So this is what I'm aiming for. So there's still bits to do on this one. So doesn't she look really ghostly there?
That looks amazing.
She looks really, really
she
ghostly.
She does.
Obviously, I was going to colour her in her body. I've got another one.
Charmaine, that looks so good. Your bubbles are amazing.
Yay!
They're really good bubbles.
I like these bubbles. So pencil or pen. We'll go with pencil first, just in case I goof it up, because I'm really good at going. The new word is pet-ton. I can't spell P. So what I did is I decided that my angle was going to go upwards instead of like the straight. So the boat line would go along here.
Right.
Yeah. But instead of doing that, I do it a little, a sort of a wiggle to the bubble being rounded, or if it was like a clear glass ball, whichever you wanted it to be, because it doesn't have to be whatever it is. So do it on a sort of a curve.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So that's how I got, if I move this one closer, that's how I got that effect.
Yeah,
And of course, when I'm happy with my line, we're going to go for it anyway, and then I'd go for a micron pen, like one of my favourite bit of kit.
Yeah.
So then I would go in and get that line in there. So yeah, if you're tuning in now, Charmaine is drawing a little black line. So just fill that in a little bit more, and then the next stage that I did is I colour the boat in first.
Okay.
And then I can add the colour over the top, because that do what's behind first, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for going for the boat.
Do you always work in pencil, Charmaine?
No,
pen?
I'm greedy.
Working in
I'm greedy.
everything.
I had 2 shops, so I had lots of stuff, and I did lots of workshops and classes. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. I was actually talking about the Secura range. We had the full setup, and I had 2 sets. One for me, because I'm greedy, and one for my classroom set. And when we shut the shops down, I got both. I got
so
both.
It was a cheeky bit like Christmas.
Oh, it was.
Silver lining, isn't it?
Now, the other half always moaned about how much stuff I had in my craft stash. Oh, what a shame. So what I'm doing now is I'm going on with alcohol pens, and I'm getting some coverage down, is my technical word for it. So just flicking strokes, nothing complicated that a child couldn't do. It's just getting a base layer of a beige colour down, because that's what I want my boat to be.
I find, it's funny, isn't it? Because alcohol pens are one of them that, for some reason, every time I use them, I feel like I'm starting again with them, and I get a bit nervous. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people find that, because when you've got your pen down, if you just turn it that way around, when you've got your pen down and you're holding, the ink's spreading. Yeah. So when I tend to colour, if I'm ever showing, I can only show what I do, and I don't do it like, the professional colourists do that work with these all the time, is instead of colouring the whole thing in and going to the edge, I go further in, so that and then you can tickle it, if that makes sense. Do a lot of tickling. So I've got my first pen down of the colour that I want, and the question was, do I always work in pencils or pens? Is a mix. always mix, because when I mix it, it gives me a different effect. So I've got one on, and I do go back to a brown one, which for some reason I didn't get out of my tub. So bear with me.
Cheeky rummage, love.
No, oh, there we go. We'll go with the turquoises. Yeah, turquoise. I go for a dark brown and a turquoise. Which one is which? So the other thing that I tend to do is, I'll just do it down here because I'll chop that bit off. Yeah, that's okay. Is I always write down the numbers that I use, because you can guarantee that, you know, a telephone will ring or something like that, and you forget what number it is or what colour it is, and you then are rummaging around trying to find the right colour. So I'm going in with a little bit of turquoise and just doing a little bit of flicking. So I'm visualising this being under and getting all muggy and coloury, you know, like gunky with the grassy stuff and things like that.
Oh, it all gets overtaken, doesn't it? It just,
and it adds beautiful textures to it and things like that, and doesn't look new anymore. So it's literally little tickly strokes of colour on there. And when I'm happy with that, I'm happy with that. And I'm put some over the top of my bubble as well, because we'll go back to bubble. So I've got coverage there.
That's lovely.
And then how I tend to make it, you know, come alive a bit more is I'll go for a pencil, because I'm confident with a pencil, she says. And I'll just put pencil lines in the areas where I think it may be a bit darker, or I'll sharpen my pencil. If I'm doing it soft, if you don't know what pressure, move your hand further up your pencil and just gently rub over. This is obviously wood, so it's giving it a little bit of texture in there. And that adds to it. I mean, sometimes I get the acrylic paints out as well.
Yes.
No, and that is as simple as it gets for me.
I love the pencil colouring, because it does give it that extra richness, doesn't it?
It gives it. It's great for clothes as well. If you're not going in heavy and making it look smooth, so you get that as well. So I'm just going to put some underneath here as well.
Before you do the bubble, can I give a quick recap?
Yep, you do a recap and I'll grab my bubble bits.
Okay. Because we want to see the bubble, don't we? We need to see the bubble. Okay, we are talking about, let's move my water, the full collection. I mean, this is amazing. You have so many incredible characters here. I mean, when you look at this, you've got that huge ship that we were just looking at. You've got the wonderful characters. There's so many characters. So you've got the seahorse, you've got all the beautiful shells, all the underwater, the underwater vegetation. You've got so many lovely little characters, and they are characters. I mean, that's a lovely thing about them. You know, they've got names, they've got stories to tell. Literally, they've got stories to tell. In fact, I am going to tell you another story, because Stretch, the jellyfish, who you see in there, Stretch is a very cute jellyfish, and bobs and drifts around without a care in the world. It particularly likes to drift close to the surface to take in the sun during the day. And that is beautiful. Stretch. Absolute fabulous. They've all got stories. So you've got the 2A4, you've got tons of stamps on there. You've then got 5 of the A5. And again, when we have a look at these, I love her. I think she's quite fabulous. Have I got a story? I've got a story about her. Okay, so she is Agent Daydream. Scuba diver and secret agent. Agent Daydream works for the Dimple Cove Conservation Authority, and it's her job to make sure the Cove beach and pier remain protected. She scuba dives and swims daily in the cove, checking on the residents and plant life. The Little Blue, and Little Blue's the sea turtle. Little Blue likes to swim around with her on patrol. Oh, we need her in our oceans, I think, don't we? We need a lot of Agent Daydreams in our oceans. She's fabulous. I love the fishes. I love the ink splats as well. She's ace. Who else have we got? So, next one, we've got loads of fantastic, again, with that one, you've got loads of little characters there. And they are all characters, you know, eh? Bip and Bop.
Bip and Bop.
Oh, that's so cute. Bip and Bop.
Bip and Bop.
The little fishes are Bip and Bop. You've also got the next one, of course. Let's have a little look at that. She's beautiful. And I do love the mermaids. I love the detail, you know, on the fin. I just think they're stunning. Absolutely stunning. Swim between the bubbles. Isn't that pretty? Look at all the detail to colour in, all the little doodles. So you've got your little mermaid there. We've got at the bottom, we've got 2 more mermaids. You've got a lot of mermaids in this collection. So you've got 2 more. I love those. And you've got the one that Charmaine's working with currently, and I can tell you about her because I've got her story here. This is Morgan. Morgan is rather wild but wise mermaid. She lives in an underwater cave in the deepest part of the cove. She travels a lot. And always looks fierce and rather scary. I love it. Of course she isn't. And all the younger inhabitants of the cove visit her to hear news of her travels and stories. She's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. You've got jellyfish, you've got the fantastic shark, the vegetarian shark. Amazing. Now I'm going to show you more finished samples. So I showed you those, I haven't shown you these yet. You will be using these for your card making. You'll be using them in your journals. You'll be using them for home decor, definitely. I mean, like Charmaine was saying, you know, just make them into fridge magnets and literally making your fridge an underwater scene. I do think that's fabulous. I bet your fridge would look ace painted. Kids would love that.
Do it now.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm in rented, so I'm sure they'll be fine with that. Aren't they fabulous? Oh, and look at this one. Look at this. Look at all the colour. That's just so magical, isn't it? In fact, let me show you the book. I haven't shown you the book yet. I have got so many wonderful things to show you. And literally every time. But you've got another show today, haven't you, Charmaine?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. She's back at 10. So things I don't show, we'll make sure our Adam shows you. But look at that. The book is ace. You can make a proper storybook with this. You know, it's just so cool. And the colours are amazing. And I think that's another thing, because it's underwater, you can use any colours, can't you? It can be utterly magical. You can use all your wonderful shiny things. You know, like your Angelinas, like all your... Oh, I love this coming out here. That is amazing. That is so cool. Oh, yeah, there is. And look at her. There she is. She's fabulous. Yeah, love it. A third of the stock has gone.
Oh, my
goodness. The
goodness.
saving is amazing. Oh, sorry. Can I just show you? So, that's beautiful, Charmaine. Who's done that?
I think, if I remember rightly, I think it was Pam, that one. I'm not too sure.
Does it say?
I know, they don't write on bags, so
Oh,
I always
my
forget. I've got so
word.
many fabric pieces that they've done.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh.
That is so beautifully painted. I mean, something like that. Can we make to sell, Charmaine?
Of course you can. Everything that I sell is make to sell. Yeah,
Can
as long as you
imagine?
make something,
See,
definitely.
you could easily sell something like that. They're beautiful.
can.
That's absolutely beautiful. And it'd be different every single time, because you can paint it different every time.
Can you imagine doing a frieze for a kid's bedroom, even a boy's bedroom?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the, like under the sea sort of things all the way around.
Absolutely, they'd look amazing.
pretty cool.
So pretty. Okay, if you do want it, it is really busy, especially for this time of morning. It's only 20 to 8. I mean, we shouldn't even be up yet. Over a third of the stock has gone. Please be part of Hochanda Freedom. That's where you're going to get your biggest saving. I mean, it's a huge, huge saving. And you've got your 2 flexes, 33.72, 200752. I am going to remind you of those incredible backing papers. You're getting 23 backing papers, 26 backing papers, and you're getting that template, which is seriously cool. Only $11.99. It's such a lovely set. And obviously with that one, yeah, obviously with that one, you are getting a real mixture of papers, all beautifully handmade and then tweaked. So they really suit the wonderful Under the Sea set that we've got for you. 904928. We've also got some mixed media card that Charmaine has been using. You've got 30 sheets here. What's the weight there? 250 GSM as well. Only £9.99. It feels lovely. I did have a little stroke earlier and it felt lovely. 822-474, that's your item number. We've then got some cream card as well on the shop. Oh, it's always handy having a bit of cream in your stash. You got 50 sheets here, 300 GSM. So really weighty. Only $10.99 as well. 956975. Okay, Charmaine. Back to you, back to the colouring. Where are we?
Okay, with the bubble, what I've done is I've just drawn a little line. Again, you could do this with a pencil, but I'm going to do it with my pencil. So I'm going with the same flow as the bubble at the top. And then what I'm going to do is make that a little bit thicker. So I'm using a dark blue, but I'm going soft. So I want a strong line at the top and then soft, because you can always add more. Taking off is a little bit of a pain. So get that, and then I'm coming down the side of the bubble and the bottom, and then I'm going to switch. I don't often do it, but I normally go for a darker blue, but then I'm going to add softly a black line underneath the bubble itself, just a little bit, so it'll mix in with the boat underneath. So gently, gently on that one. So you don't want to go in with a harsh, strong line. And circular motions over there.
So really gentle building that up.
Yeah, and I think just starting to look at it already, it's starting to look a little bit three-dimensional.
Yeah, it definitely does.
In my eyes, anyway.
Yeah, me too.
So then I'm going back to the blue, and I'm going to go inside the bubble softly and build that up. Just a circular, a smiley motion, a smiley motion. Here we go. And build that up a little bit. And then the next stage is we're just going to bring that down a little bit more, so the colour's coming over. And because it's already got these two little bits in there for you already, I'm going to go with the artwork. You could blank them out if you wanted. Yeah. But the reason why I've left the light at the top, and I'm going to jump to a lighter colour pencil and go over the top of the colour that the black that I stamped with a lighter colour over the top there. And the reason why I left that is because the light, obviously, if we're under the water, would be from above. So, you know, this is about the only time I'm going to do light source, I tell you. So this bit is going to remain white, or part of it. This is going to be my darker bit, and then I'm going to do variations of shades here. So this is when I start to experiment and play. So I'm going to go for a lighter shade in the middle, scribble it over slightly. And then I'm going to go back to a sort of a turquoise, because that's what colour was underneath anyway. Smiley that in, up and over. Go back to my dark blue. So obviously I would do it slightly faster, but I'm trying to slow it down so I can explain what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Right, so the next stage is a little bit of a cheat. You can use a couple of things. I'm going to use a cotton bud, the things that we're not supposed to put in his areoles.
Oh, yes.
And I've got baby lotion. Oh. So I've got a little bit of baby lotion, and yeah, it's the cheapest stuff. Excuse me. And then I'm going to blend those colours out in the smiley motion again.
Are they water-soluble pencils, or is it the baby lotion that's making them?
I've got a mixture of Feefo Castles and Prismacolor here. Right. Okay. I've got like the wax sort of pencils. I've got about 3 different brands. These are the 2 that I've got with me at the moment, and use that over the top. So you can go in with one of those paint sticks. What do they call them?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't remember.
Paper sticks. Yeah. So you can just rub. Yeah. Rub. Yeah. Or the other one, which is what I'm going to do now, is I can go in with a lightest colour pencil and you can blend back together. So there's a couple of sort of little tricks that you can do. Right. So that's getting it started. I'm going to add
really cool.
Add me white to it. So I'm just going to put that back in, and I'm going to go over that black line where the ink was, because I don't want to see the black. That's that, and that there. And maybe add a couple of little dots because I fancy it. And then this area here, I do white, but I tend to do that after I've done the top area here. So to jump to the next stage...
That looks well good.
I'll try and do this as fast as I can. I usually start bottom upwards. Okay. And then when I'm doing the bottom, it's the darkest area and I ease off. But around areas, I start quite strong colours. So I'm just going to put some...
Yeah, because that gives you the shadow then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now this, the pencils, I'm not pressing very hard. The paper that I'm using is my mixed media card, so it's got a slight texture to it, but it holds things like, obviously I've used alcohol pens and I'm using the pencils, and you can paint on it and you can do all sorts. I've kind of hammered it. and you can print on it too.
So it'll let you do tons of
different things, and that's what I wanted. So
Yeah.
I've been testing umpteen different ones, but I wanted one with a texture that worked.
Beautiful.
And it works for construction as well. So I'm just going round the edges of this area here. Obviously I do that bit, but I'll jump to the one I've got.
Yeah.
And get my colour on, heavy at the bottom and then lighter, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm going lighter is if you do this, if you do that, you've got nowhere
Yeah.
to add your next colour to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's doing nothing.
Yeah.
If you do this, you can then blend colours just like you can with paints. You can put the two together, and then you can take a lighter colour and you can blend them together to make your next colour.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So you can see where the dots are.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go back and add more colour to get to that stage.
Beautiful.
Or we cheat and we do this with our cotton bud.
Yeah, and they're just a bit of baby
And I'm
oil.
tight-fisted.
Yeah,
So my pencils last longer.
Yeah, yeah.
So back to this one here. So I go to my next, so I've got my darkest colour underneath. I didn't use the black because I can always go back and add that if I want. And then I go to my next shade. And then if you want more coverage and you want to go slow, go round and round in circles to get in those little gaps. Yeah. But I know that I'm going to add more colours on there. Now I can see a shade difference. And yeah, I think you can as well. That's good. So then once I've got that area done there, I can then go in with my darkest blue and I can just go around the top of that bubble there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then build it back up again. So now I'm going to start to go around in circles.
That bubble looks ace.
And then it does come to life, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So I mean, on the other piece, I've gone over, I did all of them, so if there was any areas where it was crossing over, like blanked out these and changed it so it looked like you were looking through bits and pieces. But it's quite a simple process.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm doing it. But it's just sort of thinking about what you want to do. So I'm going in with my lighter colour now. If this was further up the top, it'd probably be lighter. So I'm adding that in. I think I want actually the turquoise more than the blue. So because I've not covered it completely, I can get away with doing that. And as soon as you start to get that darker colours on there, it starts to lift it. So let's get that.
So cool. The bubble looks like it's got glossy accents on it.
It does, doesn't it? And I haven't had to use it yet.
Huh?
I love glossy accents.
I do. But it actually does, doesn't it? It looks like it's got...
But it's completely flat.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you see now
We're
I'm
all
starting
very
to sort
impressed.
of spend a little bit more time and fill in and go in the parchment, you know, the little nooks and crannies of the paper there, and go round and round in circles. So it's not complicated colouring in, you're just filling in the bits and pieces. And then if we want to jump and cheat, I'll get this next bit of colouring in here. Gee, all she did today was colour a blooming bubble. Oh, and a ship. I did a ship.
And we were all very happy with that. I'm not going to lie, we're all watching you colouring a bubble happily. This is when I really miss social distancing, when I really, you know, miss being able, because normally I'd be right over your shoulder.
No, you won't. I'd give you the pencils and say crack on them.
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't colour a bubble like that.
So what I've done is I've got the cotton bud that I used a minute ago with the baby lotion on, and I'm now doing round and round in circles, which is going to blend that in and blend the colours together. And I'm going to spin it upside down because it's going to make it easy for me, because normally I'd work with a piece of tissue under my hand.
Yes.
Otherwise I'm going to be mucking my work. But you can see how you can drag that colour out now.
That's well cool.
And then what I have on, if you don't want an intense colour like down at the bottom here, you can spread that out so it's much softer. So a little bit of a cheat again. Is it a cheat or is it a tip?
I think it's a cracking tip.
So if we take the cotton bud with what's on it, we can bring that in, and we can take just a fraction over the white. Now I know it's dry. And we could do a similar effect down here, so we know it's the same colour that's going to be behind. So it gives us that base layer and a little bit up there, ready to start to do the next bubble. And if I just take my L's, that doesn't sound right, does it? My L's. If I just take my dirty L's, just take my dirty L's and I do that so far.
Oh, that looks so good.
You can see that it's starting to come together.
Yeah, yeah,
and if I jump
yeah.
to the one that's
The L's-
more done,
The L's are a good idea.
and then she's going to be elevated on top.
How
so,
fabulous.
Shall I get my other bits out for her?
Charmaine, that looks so good. That
Thank
looks
you.
so good. I really like that. That I've got bubble envy.
Bubble envy.
Yeah.
But it is really, it is simple process.
yeah.
It's step by steps. Just thinking about it, a simple process with a little bit of a cheat.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So she's going to be elevated.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely adore it.
Do you want to do a recap where I get my pens out for this one?
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes. Can I do the quickest
Right.
recap ever? And then get back to our Charmaine. Okay, I'm just going to show you loads of beautiful finished samples because we have got so many beautiful finished samples. Let me just show you. Because look at this book. I mean, this is just exquisite. Have a little look at this. It's just so beautiful. I'll just show you this and then we'll head back to our Charmaine. Right, you are getting all of these stamps. I mean, you've got so many stamps here. You've got such a beautiful collection. You've literally got 76 stamps. You can tell a story with these. You know, you can literally use them with so many different, isn't this beautiful? You can use them with so many different things in your stash. I love that. Can you imagine giving that as a gift? That is absolutely phenomenal. All the characters, the mermaids, the beautiful seahorses. You've got, oh, look at her swimming upside down. She's fabulous. You've got all the, even like the rocks and things. So you can make proper scenes. I adore the shark. He's fabulous. And there she is, our heroine, the wonderful agent of the underwater, which we need. We need her in real life. Please, if there's any little girls watching, please make that your mission in life, to be a heroine of the underwater and save the seas. Have a look, aren't they just beautiful? Love these. Okay, I am going to stop talking. You do need to check your baskets out, though. Almost 40% of the stock has gone. It's a huge collection. I adore it. I love all the different stuff Charmaine's put in, because you are able to build up so many different scenes, so many different stories, and the price. You get in all these stamps, 76 stamps for just 60, well, Freedom members, 67.44. That is an incredible price. Please be Freedom. It absolutely makes sense if you're going for this today. It's only going to cost you $6.97 for a Freedom member. That's for the full month. You're not paying postage on any of your orders for that month, and you can cancel whenever you wish. And you're saving a massive percentage of this today if you're a Freedom member. 200752. Right, back to you, Charmaine. We've got just a couple of minutes.
Right, don't get a belly done then.
Well,
I don't really need to do a belly because she's actually going to be elevated on top. So what I'm going to do is not do a belly because that's just silly. I'm going to do her bottom. So I'm just going to go with the beige one just to tone the colour down because I want to use bright colours, and I will do this as fast as possible.
No problem.
And if I run short of time, there's a different one that I've got at the side of me, and I can plonk her over the top.
Lovely.
Okay.
Her hair's fabulous.
She's got crazy hair, hasn't she?
That's the thing, though, isn't it, with your mermaids? You can give them proper crazy hair. You can give them crazy hair, and then the tails can just be magnificent. You can put so many colours in there.
So, I mean, I quite liked her, black and white.
Yeah.
Because she does look kind of ghostly.
Yeah,
with
she
just
does.
the tips of her hair done.
Yes.
But, I mean, I've done the tips of her hair because when I stamped it up, I placed the circle in there.
Right.
I stamped her first, and then I placed the circle exactly where I wanted it, and then I re-stamped it using the stamp press. So that's how I've got her, and I've got to line her back up again. So as I'm doing her bottom, I better do the other one's bottom at the same time.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, she will have a different looking bottom.
Yes, she
and it will
will.
just not look right.
She'll be, yes.
She'll odd bottom.
She'll have a little odd bottom.
Don't want an odd bottom.
Don't want that,
So I got
darling.
that there. And then I'm going to go in with bright colours. We were going to go to turquoise because I'm just a turquoise person, and lime green.
1 minute,
And
love.
pink, and oh my goodness gracious me. Come on, get some colour on then. So a wiggle of pink. and a wiggle, and a wiggle, and a wiggle, and a wiggle some more. Let's do a lot of wiggling, and then we'll just do bright pink. So this is very, very bright, but on the beige it really tones that colour down. So if I show you on her boobas, you can see it's a lot brighter than it is down here. So we'll just do the same again. Just follow the lines.
45 seconds, darling.
Here we go. Here we go. Fastest mermaid tail ever. And then we'll jump to the turquoise. I'm going to do the turquoise first because I want it next to the pink, and it'll create a different colour in there.
15 seconds. I'm counting you, girl.
Right. And then finally, what I do after I get I do the same with the wiggles at the top here.
Oh, I'll have to count you out. I'm good.
Shall we jump to her?
I could sit and watch her all day.
I will finish her off, and I will show her finished in the next show at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Charmaine.
And I'll show some things on paper that fast.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, aren't they just fabulous? Oh, I could sit and watch you colouring in all day. Next, we've got the wonderful John next door. We've then got the jewellery box, and then Dolly Dimples under the sea. Hi, my name's Leona. I've been into crafting for many years now. As a little girl, I'd craft with mum and dad, but then obviously it stuck with me that much that it became my career. I think for me, crafting's so fun because there's always something new to learn. There's always something new to play with, and it's such a rewarding hobby as well. That's why I absolutely love it and recommend it to so many people. I'm really thrilled to be part of the Hochanda family. Really excited about seeing how it's grown, seeing how it's developed so far, and all the brand new things that I know we've got coming up. I'm really passionate about getting back into demonstrating on TV as well, and actually sharing techniques with you, products with you that I personally love. I hope you can tune into my shows here live at Hochanda.
Hi, this is Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Elizabeth Craft Designs is a Colorado-based company. It's a family company, so husband, son, daughter all work in the company, and then a fantastic team of designers, because a company cannot exist without a great team around yourself. What we would like to share with you is my passion for crafts. We love all the concepts we have, so we have from cute till classic and beautiful designs. We love our journaling planner line, and we are going to bring you our ideas, our passion, and we hope to transfer that passion to you. So please join Elizabeth Craft Designs here at Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
It was the December song. What's that? You know the one I'm talking about.
As soon as the camera
That's
went
the
on.
one. Oh, we're all talking Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons. How are you? Are you well? I was doing my little bop dance in my little red jacket. Oh, you can't go wrong. Anyway, I digress. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock, which can only mean one thing. Yes. Ooh, I give myself stitched doing that. It's another look at your one-day special is one look, and oh, what a night we had. Yes, indeed. Sold out already of the big large bundle. That went in the first 30 minutes, I think, off the top of my head. And then we were very busy for the one-day special. But we managed to get a wall stocks out. Now, what is one of these? When the big bundles goes, we sort of couple things around. We see, John, what else have you got that will work amazingly with the collection? And we came up with the big bundle that you're seeing on your screen at the moment. I'm going to let you into a little secret. Once this goes, it's gone as well, okay? So I really would get in quick if I was you. What have we added any different? So you're getting all the embossing folders on the bottom, and you're getting more dies down there as well. We'll talk all around this as we go through the show. Your one-day special, you know I'm a big fan of a scene builder. I absolutely adore scene builders because they're dies within dies within dies. You can do so much with them. You can also use your dies that you've also got at home as well. Right then, let's kick straight off. I'm not here on my own. No, 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 no. No, I'm not. He's here in the studio, ladies. Brace yourself, put your tea down, because you might go all of a quiver. And you wouldn't want to spill cocoa down your nightie. No, it's our very own. That was going to go somewhere else then, and I've cleaned that up in my own head for this time of the morning. Not going to lie. It's our very own. It's Mr. John, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You've got to stop these big build-ups. I thought you were talking about Jack then.
Oh, no, I could speak an hour about Jack alone, bless him, but he's a taken man. An amazing collection, first of all. But once again, it's a collection that you're sort of renowned for now. It's these collections that are not just a one-trick pony.
No.
It's not just Christmas.
It's not, and I really don't like that. I mean, the thing is, I'm a crafter. I started as a crafter. I got into this industry because I crafted, because I made cards and someone spotted the cards I made. So when I started designing, I was designing things for me, and one of the biggest things that annoys me are one-trick pony dies, or stamps, or anything that do one thing. So what I wanted to do was, and with this one I really think I'd hit it. I mean, we struggled for weeks to think of what to name it. We were going through loads of different names. We went for the Four Seasons because the idea is this will do you, it's for Christmas, it's a Christmas die, it's in the range, but it will do you spring, summer, autumn, winter, it will do any period. It's how you use it which will actually say, I mean, if you actually put your hand over the snowflakes on that, there is nothing in there that screams Christmas.
Well, no, there's not, really. If you cover all them up and you just keep the deers, you've got flowers in there, you've got the deers in there, the stags in there as well, the trees. Even if you just take the trees alone. Now, these are what the dies cut out, by the way. These are not the dies. I'll show you the die form, but these are their actual sizes. It's easier to see it this way. You're getting the beautiful tree silhouettes. Cut those out a few times and stagger the trees. You're good to go. You've got a forest scene straight away. Take your cottage dies that you've got in the past, or even your stamps on your backboard. You have got a scene straight away. What is this, I hear you cry? Well, this is the foliage for your trees. So you can now start building up the trees themselves and really going to town. You really, really can. From there, this Now, I thought it was the map of Great Britain. I thought we'd taken out London and Cornwall. But what you're getting here is this is the centre of here, which now means you can really get the depth on all those cards that you're actually seeing at the moment. So things like this. So you see the dark green at the background? This is now this. You can see the foliage, which is this one just here. The trees at the front in the white, which is this one round here. From there, you've then got your backdrop. Stamp onto this. Obviously, you could have it that way. You stamp onto this down here. This is your scene that will then fit into here or even behind here. You've got your deers, so you can really start building up your imagery already. Bring them to the front. Make them the main focal point. Then, snowflakes. Drop these down, put them on the front so it looks like it's snowing. If it's not snowing, you want to turn it into spring. You've also got your flowers in the collection. From the flowers, there is more. We then move on to your trees. So now you've got all the trees that are here as well. So you've got your standard Christmas trees. You do these in white. You've got your Christmas trees, your big fluffy Christmas trees. You've got your trees throughout the year. But as you can see, they go from large to small. Well, what's the purpose of that? Why do I want a small tree? Gives you depth. Gives you that depth so you're looking into the picture. You also get the stars in there as well. John didn't have to, but he did. From the trees alone, you can create cards like this, but then use the trees on their own. You can create cards like this. You see, not just a one-trick pony. You can go to town. That is your one-day special. So many dies, 29 dies in total. This is more or less all you need. It's going to be a die set that you use time and time again. For the sheer fact, you edit the trees, you cut them down, you snip into them, it's going to give you different looks time and time again. It will be dispatched to you from the 19th of August, which is not that long to wait, to be fair. So it'll be dispatched from the 19th of August. Very busy already on this. Something else that we're busy on is the Christmas plates. So now you want them individually. If your bundles won't stretch for that big bundle, you can go for them individually. So we give you the editions for the one-day special. Now you're getting both of these down the front this time for £19.98. 985769 is your item number. The saving of £10 on here as well. So what are you getting this time? This time you're getting an embossing folder. Your embossing folder will take you, it will give you that backdrop. So if you just want that plain backdrop to give you the forest depth, you're going to get that in that embossing folder. From there, what you're then going to be able to do is use those little intricate dies just to add the finishing touches. As you can see the embossing folder at the back here. But take off the top, add a koala, you've got bamboo, a panda even. You've got bamboo in there, doom in green, you've got bamboo shoots. There is so many things you can do. You just use the top, you've sort of got like a jungle scene with the vines that are hanging around the trees themselves. Versatile. Versatile is what we are looking at. Then, nearly 40% of this stock now has already gone, and then you've got the dies in there as well. This is cute. You've got the dies in there as well. This is nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but it's to do with the one-day special. Look at that. But the large bundle, you will be able to do these. You will be able to achieve everything that you see here. So if you've seen all the Christmas collections that we bought you, the foliage and the poinsettias that you've got, this is what you can complete. With that complete collection, you will be creating different scenes using your embossing folders. Look how expensive that card looks. That is beautiful. We made that last night at 8 o'clock. That is, I'm going to say that other brands are available, but I'm going to say that is Marks and Spencer's at its finest. It does make me think of that, actually. It is pure Marks and Spencer's. You'd find them down by the till. A box of 3 cost you 15 quid. That's what you're looking at. This is, obviously it's not Marks and Spencer's, this is John next door. But this is the style you can get. And I know you say it at home, because I read it on the social medias all the time. I'd never be able to create a card like that. Oh, I'd never be able to do that, Barbara. You will. You will be able to create the cards that we create here, because all the demos that who's Joe? Millshop. Millshop. Because all the John does, they're all online as well. So everything is online, so you're not going to miss anything. So you can craft along, you can card along, as we call it, with the online tutorials. So everything is there. All you need is the right tools for the job, and we've got the right tools for the job here. Busy across the board. Nearly a third of the stock has already gone, and once this large bundle has gone, it has gone. Right, we'll take your £5 saving. Remember that £5 from your one-day special, okay? We'll take a £10 saving from your bundle, your little added extras, then a further £3 off that as well. I know, a lot of figures. We're not allowed to tell you the actual price, but take your £10 from here, £10 from here, money from your one-day special, and an extra £3. In theory, that's what you're saving. Ignore this here. It is more than that. You are saving more than the £3 that you see. £46.97 or 2 flexible payments of £23.49 today. 417851 is your item number. We've got a daily deal as well today. A daily deal that will work hand in hand with everything you're seeing here. So you're getting the feed of 2 embossing folders and a set of stamps here. Now, your stamps would look amazing to create a scene in the back of the forest that's already there, okay? So, you've got like a little, them stamp sets, you've got like a little snow flurry and then a little village scene. You stamp the village scene on that back card with the trees, you're good to go. You've got a scene. It's a scene builder. And for £9.99, stick it in your flexible basket. That will cost you £4.99 today, if my maths is correctly. £4.99 across 2 flexible payments if you're going for that big bundle, because it's across 2 flexi pays as well. Right then, we're 10 minutes in and we've not seen a bit of glue or glitter yet.